Hello everyone. So let's say that you have an interview, but within the interview you came across that technical question that you were not able to answer. Would you just say, I don't know? Well, let's see in this video how we would encounter such a question. So in this situation, we're going to give an example of Mark, who is a web developer, and he's going through an interview for a web developer kind of a role. And within the interview, they asked him what do he know about SQL or what he knows about PHP. Let's talk about PHP, even though it's weird that he was a web developer and doesn't know much about PHP. We are just giving an example here. So there's the point, the point where everyone starts to stress out. Okay, what to say? Shall I say I don't know? Shall I act normally? Shall I just tell them a story or fake it up? So I'm gonna give you now the answer step by step. What would you do in that case? Now, number one, first thing, you need to relax. Don't stress out. Don't freak out. It's first of all, it's fine, and they expect usually that you would not have the, let's say, not used to going through interviews. Everyone knows how stressful that would be, but this is the first thing you're gonna do. Don't freak out. The second thing is that don't ever say I don't know directly out of nowhere, okay? And don't come up with stupid things like, okay, I did this before, I did that before. Try to come up with fake stories. They will be able to detect that. The third thing that I would suggest you here to do is definitely ask questions. The more you know about the reason why you're asking about this skill, or where are they expecting you to apply this skill, the more you'd be able to come up with the right answer. So try to focus on WH kind of questions, open-ended questions like how, what, why, where. Have you applied this before, for example, so that you can build understanding what they expect you to do with that skill. The fourth thing I want you to tell right now here is that be frank, be honest. Just don't say I don't know directly, but at least based on these questions and the answers that you have received, try to figure out where have I applied something similar. If they want you to like use PHP, for example, to develop a website for traveling agency, have you done something similar in the past using another programming language? So the more you can ask, questions relevant to the reason that they want this skill, the more you would be able to come up of what you know about developing such a website, for example. You can tell them about how you did that using different programming languages and how did you overcome such a challenge, or how did you solve the problem for a previous client. Now, let's say that, okay, but Haytham, I'm not giving them the answer, actually. I'm not telling exactly how to apply that skill. I told them about a different skill. So you have to be straightforward with the point, straightforward with the case here. Tell them how I at least was able to apply or solve a problem using a skill I was not aware of. In other words, you have to show them your learnability. How were you able to face a challenge, try to find out the right solution by your own, or learn something by your own, and then deliver a result? A good way to answer this question is applying the STAR methodology: situation, task, action, result. So you can tell them about a situation where you encountered a customer or a client who were asking for a website, but the conditions or the requirements were not within your outreach, or you didn't have the skills needed. Then you can tell them how you were able to study and learn more about a specific skill or a subject to understand further how can you come up with a proper solution, how you later worked on solving this problem and eventually deliver a expected or a positive result that satisfied the customer. This would be quite enough for the client to understand that you are someone, even if you don't have the skills needed, you literally have the experience on learning something, or you know how to handle such a problem. So number 6, I want to tell you here, as I said, if at a point you literally don't have that skill and there's no way that I can demonstrate any incapability, it's absolutely fine to tell them that I apologize, I don't know this, but I'm really more than happy to do my best to find out the answer myself even after the interview. This will be a great indicator that you're someone who's willing to learn. Again, learnability is a big thing here, and if they notice that you're someone who is willing to put extra effort for the sake of solving a problem, they will literally appreciate this. And by the end, let's say the last thing that you can do is that you can send them like a follow-up message after the interview. You can point out that I was able to solve this problem, I was able to find this answer. For example, if a technical question is not relevant to what Mark is going through, like such technical thing related to PHP, maybe something more to literature, maybe something has to do more with a specific methodology that is quite big, you can tell them like your willingness to learn about it, and that you hope that this would not be a burden that will not allow you to get further in the interview. And if they have any further questions, and you're happy to answer these questions and clarify them. So this was a case where if I came across an interview and they ask me a technical question that I don't know the answer for, what are the steps on handling this kind of interview questions. If you like this kind of content and you would love to know more how we can work or how you want to develop your skills on finding jobs, job search, answering interview questions and all that, you can just subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like this video, and if you have any further questions, don't hesitate sharing these questions on the comment section. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.